Hi guys, how are you doing? It's me, Dasha Jamison, with Red Rock Pastel Society of Nevada. Hope you can see me okay, you can hear me okay, and we have exciting moment today. We're gonna have our award announcement with President of IAPS, Richard McKinley. So just let's do a couple of minutes so everybody will join us. And hi Linda, hi Cindy, hi Carla, hi everybody, hi Katya, hello, hi Vera, hi Natalia, hello, hello, hello. A lot of people joining us, and we're gonna bring Richard McKinley up in a few minutes. Thank you all guys for watching. Can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Hello Francesco, hello Pastel Society of South Texas, hello Richard. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Hello Connie, hello. Hi Richard, how are you doing?
Hi. Nice to see you live today.
Nice to see you live too.
Yeah.
It's such a different world we live in, and this is online show, so it's our second online show at Red Rock Pastel Society, and that's kind of different world. We originally planned it online, but because it is right now the only option available, I'm so happy to be able to do a award ceremony here with you. And I want to take a few minutes to thank all who involved in putting this show together. There is a lot of hard work what goes with it. And my special thank you goes, of course, to you. Thank you for agreeing to be our judge. So this is very tough job, and we will get to it in a few seconds. You are gonna tell us about your selections, and we're gonna announce them too. So it's kind of gonna be a combination of a gallery walkthrough and award ceremony. And next thank you go to Joe Baker and Show Submit team. They just wonderful, and Joe Baker put so much hard work to make all the process fair and simple for everybody, for all the members and judges and jurors. And speaking of our team, so I want to thank my vice president, Katya, who's been here along the way. So she's the one who's surviving 50 phone calls a day from me. So Richard, don't you feel lucky? I call you just once in a while. So she gets all the pain, and all the volunteers and all the team, Vika, Christine, Alex, Alena, Ray, and my better half, Jeff. So thank you for supporting. And this show wouldn't be possible without our wonderful sponsors. So all our awards is combination of a cash awards and sponsor awards. So we're thankful to Terry Ludwig, Jack Richardson, Pastel Society of Southern California, UArt, Dan Townsend, Armadillo Art Supply, Pen Pastel, and Art Spectrum. So thank you guys for coming aboard. And to Richard McKinley, Richard, please say hi.
Well, hello, Dasha, and thank you for asking me to be a judge, which is always an awkward position to be in. You know, it's everyone's paintings are their children, and so it is awkward to be making decisions. And you had a wonderful show. I'm sure your jury panel must have had a very difficult time making those selections.
And we are thankful to our jurors, Bethany, Olga, and our senior juror, Jimmy Wright with PSA. We're thankful for curating such a beautiful show, juried member web show.
Well, and I would just congratulate everyone that one took a chance and entered, but to all of you that were selected by the jury pool, congratulations. It's a beautiful exhibit.
Well, are we ready to start? We have 4 honorable mentions and 1 special honorable mention. Also first, second, first, and best in show, right? So that's what we have today. And let's start with honorable mention number 1. And it goes to Cindy Gillett, Cast Shadow. Richard?
Well, this was a beautiful piece, and in your jury selection, there were several artists that had more than one piece, and this artist was one of them. And I really appreciated when I saw them together that they had worked around the theme of this old cast iron pot and the beautiful woven rug. And what really stood out in this piece to me, beyond its technical excellence, which is there. I mean, it's you can see a real competency in a very realistic style with the pastel. It very close to photorealism. Was that they took a chance and used an interesting perspective of looking straight down pretty much onto this pot and onto the patterns of the woven rug, and then the beauty of the cast shadow and the textures and things. So it elevated it beyond just a classic still life to a more contemporary attitude in its vision in a very classical style. So just a real standout piece for me.
Thank you, Richard. Cannot say better. Congratulations to Cindy. Hi, Olga. Hi, Katya. Thanks, everybody. And we're moving to next honorable mention, and it is Linda Muti, Dawn's Early Light.
Well, and this was another artist that had several pieces there in the show, and they were all lovely. But this one, to me, stood above even the other work from Linda in the show. In its classical representation, and I know that Linda is a frequent plein air painter, and you can see that sensitivity in this piece. But within its, again, classical, strong, representational landscape quality, and that being informed as a plein air artist, I also see very beautiful, subtle orchestration. We know the pathway of our eye. We're held there with just a slight elevation of color saturation or an edge or a little subtle echo of a color change. And so those elements within the musicality, again, are the power that the artist can have in their delivery, just as someone speaking uses the tone of their voice or a pause when they speak a sentence. And so Linda has really done that with this piece.
Thank you, Richard. Congratulations, Linda, once again. Next honorable mention goes to Margaret LARLHAM and her painting Reverie.
This piece just struck me the first time I went through the jury panel. And since we've been working in digital, and I keep alluding to my age and how long I've been doing this, when we early started, it was always with real paintings, and then we went to slides and transparencies. And now with digital, is I always build a side folder. So when I go through Joe Baker's jury panel, I will certain paintings that just stand out, that just that flash that grab your attention, and put them in a side folder for continuing review. And there were numerous. There was approximately 20 paintings that I'd pulled out of the show and then had to whittle it down to the award winners. And this one I just kept coming back to. I think it, again, a beautifully done portrait, a very nice painterly hand and gesture, wonderful quality in the flesh tones, the attitude to the young man, and then seeing the imagery above just elevates it again beyond a competent portrait into something that makes a statement and tells a story and involves our imagination, and elevated it portrait-wise to a pretty high level in this show. So I really congratulate the artist.
Congratulations, Margaret. And I just want to let you know and just want to apologize in advance for my strong Russian accent. And if I will continue mispronounce your last names and name of your paintings, just please kindly forgive me. So I've been doing that for last month with our Instagram TV guests. So please be kind. And our next honorable mention goes to Christine Troyer, The Calling. Love this piece.
Yeah, yeah. This piece was another one that was just a real eye catcher, and it kind of bodes saying that of course when we enter shows and we've discussed the jury panel, you know, it is our peers, it's other painters that are looking at what we're doing, and there's just beautiful paintings that any one of us would want to own, the public would like to own, and people that don't paint. But in the art world, it's often about grabbing attention, and that just can't be denied. Very subtle paintings. We all try to take our time and look at each painting individually, and I know I work hard on that, but we are visual. And just like walking in a room when something really grabs your attention, and this landscape really does that. It has the drama of strong shapes and patterns, wonderful anchoring and color. So even in its abstract elements at a great distance, it has a lot of visual power and shows also a wonderful painterly hand. And I know it's pastel and not paint, but it's still that quality of fluidity and mark making and things that elevates it to a painting versus a rendering. So just a beautiful piece.
Congratulations, Christine, and thank you, Richard, again. And before we move on to the next special honorable mention, can you please tell me what happened there? So I gave you like 3 or 4 honorable mentions, and you came back with 5. So what's the deal there?
Yeah, and you actually, I was gentle on you. I have always been uncomfortable in the position of jurying and judging for the reasons I alluded to, and I mean that sincerely. It's very tough to sit in judgment of other people's work. I've always been the type of juror and judge that wants more. And so if I'm told in jurying we can only have 100, I end up with 150 and have to work down. I never work up. And so in judging, it's often the same thing. And in this case, again, there was a pool of approximately 20 paintings that I was working with. And over the week that I spent time in review and repetitively going back, because you do look at things differently and you see things differently, I kept wanting more. And so I was able to finally, with great effort, bring it down to 5 honorable mentions. And so I asked you if I pretty please could have an extra, and you graciously allowed that. So it isn't that this painting was any lesser or in any way to the others. In fact, this was one of my favorites in the honorable mentions, but I just couldn't get rid of any of them. So I really appreciate you allowing me that luxury. And
yes, and thank you for being kind. That's very important. And special honorable mention goes to, that's a tough one, Sergei Pitila, Park, and Bascuel.
Well, I was able to see some of this artist's work in person when I was in France last year at an exhibition where I was being featured in. Although I didn't get to visit with them very much, I was visually really struck by this artist's imagery. It was different, you know, and we see so much, and we all come now from vast cultures, you know, there's styles across our cultural lines, and we kind of become entrenched in our community and what we see a lot in Western artwork. So when I saw it, I think there were 3 or 4 of this artist's paintings at this exhibition, it really stopped me. I enjoyed the economy. There's a wonderful design. I mean, that's what the work really is about. And very economical use of space. And I think something that really reminds us is that when we look at this painting, we know what we're looking at, but we're given so little detailed information as to what it is and how that engages us on a different level than hyper realism and rendering and stuff. So I really appreciated that. And this artist's work that were in your shows, and again, several, I encourage people to look online at your exhibition. This one really grabbed my attention because of its use of negative space and that power, again, of those shapes and patterns, and how little it takes in a silhouette for us to identify and know what's there and then bring ourself to the scene. So this artist is a breath of fresh air for me.
Yeah, beautiful paintings. Was also fortunate enough to see his work in person at the same exhibition that you were featured. Huge unframed pieces. It's breathtaking. Congratulations, yeah. Sergey. And we're moving towards our awards, like third, second, first, and best in show. Please stay tuned. And just a reminder, our show is already published online. You can see all the paintings online, and by tomorrow we will have all awards posted online, Richard's Awards, and we also have 3 jurors' choices, so they will be available online tomorrow. And the third place goes to Celine Pertivel, Walking on the Moors. Congratulations.
Yeah, this was another showstopper for me from the first time that I looked at your juried exhibition. And it just ticked so many creative boxes for me. I love seeing work that pushes into a more contemporary attitude around the landscape. It brings more emotion to the landscape. It's not something that I do. I wish that I at times was more creative in what I portray and what I do, but I tend to be a little more literal. And this artist just brought it all together. The gesture, the simplicity, the abstractness of the piece, and how little is there and yet how much emotion and power there is. And then when I read the title, you know, the Walking on the Moors, I went, wow, yeah. I mean, that's just what it feels like. So, you know, this is a permission piece for a lot of us to also realize as pastelists that we need to celebrate the growth of the medium, and we need to encourage the new attitudes and the new forms of expression within the medium, at the same time celebrating the classicism that pastel can have. So congratulations to Celine's beautiful piece.
Congratulations, and thank you so much for watching. And here's Sergey joining us, and we already announced him, so hi. And we're going to the second place. And second place goes to Christine Bowman, Today's Plein Air Trees.
Well, again, every single piece here was making the cut-in awards was really a piece that grabbed my attention. And for me in this piece, it was that exaggerated impressionism. That it's clear to me that this artist has spent a long time painting trees, has a relationship with trees, and has really brought an attitude about the tree to us. It's as if they've become great friends with these type of trees that they're painting, and they're allowing us to know those trees on a different level. And what a wonderful thing that can be artistically, you know, that really what we're doing again with our paintings is we're not using words to communicate to our audience. We're using a visual representation. And we all know trees, we all have experienced trees, but through this artist's eyes, we're able to see trees in a different way. And thus we grow as human beings. And on my next walk, where I get to interact with trees, because of seeing this painting, I'm sure that I will look at them differently. So again, I really congratulate this artist for bringing that level of sensitivity to subject matter.
This is a wonderful piece, and thank you, Richard. So it's getting close. first place, right?
Mm-hmm.
First place goes to Corey Pitkin, Eventide.
Yeah, I believe this artist had two paintings in your exhibition, and they both were just exceptional. And it was a tough choice between the two. And it really could have been, again, almost a child's game for me of eeny, meeny, miny, mo. But I kept coming back to this one. There's such a quiet mastery of color and edge and introspectiveness to this figure and this classical portrait. It really is just exquisite. And my earliest days, which do date back to the 1960s and 70s in painting, was in portraiture. That was my real passion early on. And I kind of moved on to my great love affair with the landscape and that solitary endeavor. But my appreciation is so deep about what can be done around figurative and portrait work. And this artist's work really ticks every box for me in what we're capable of doing. So as I talked about being expressive as an artist, and when I was celebrating the painting of the Moors, this artist is very expressive, again, with color and technique and things, but in a much more classical way. And there's something about this artist I think is very special. It really makes us pause. And what a beautiful thing that is, to glance at a painting or to any artwork and stop and go inward a bit. And especially when that's connected to another image of a human being. So just an exceptional piece, exceptional piece.
Cannot agree more. Thank you, Richard. Congratulations, Corey. So happy to have you among our Red Rock members. And interview with Corey Pitkin is available on our Instagram TV, courtesy of Corey, and of course Katya. Wouldn't be possible without her. And it's champagne time for everybody. So please pour yourself a glass of champagne when you're gonna watch our exhibition online. And I have a helper here. So I'm gonna start celebrating already. Jeff, say hi.
Hello, everyone.
I think you two are in a later time zone than some of us.
No, it's a champagne brunch. Brunch.
Good for you.
Champagne brunch. And be ready for the best in show. And again, all the paintings are on our websites, and awards will be posted by tomorrow. So best in show goes to painting number 118. You probably want to see that. Okay. Congratulations, Irina Klimova, on the kitchen shelf. Best in show.
Yeah. Again, tough decisions in this pecking order. I want to congratulate all the artists that were in the show and the artists that kind of made my cut. And it was real tough to stack them up into, really what would be third, second, first, honorable mention, and so on, and then best of show. When I kept looking at this piece, though, it just has such a wonderful use of pastel. The variation in the mark making, the layering, the use of the medium, a subject matter in still life that's not always been one of my greatest muses. I appreciate it. Obviously, I've selected a still life as best of show. But this artist has allowed me to see all the elements that I do find a muse in work, which is color and value variation, color temperature shifts, air, atmosphere, and brought it all to inanimate objects sitting on a shelf. And just masterfully done in its composition. Again, design elements are always big for me. I repetitively mention that. I know where my eye is being led and paused throughout the piece. Again, just drop dead stunning piece. So congratulations to this artist, and I look forward to seeing more work from this person in the future.
Congratulations, Irina. Thank you, Richard, so much. That's it, what we have for today. And thank you again for being our judge of awards. It's a tough job and never easy. Thank you to all amazing artists who submitted their work in these trying times. And again, thanks so much to our team, Red Rock team, and to all the volunteers who volunteer their time to help Red Rock Pastel Society thrive. So thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you online. Our show is online. Awards will be posted online, and there will be a little surprise. We will have our Juror's Choice also posted online. So there are 3 more awards, and we have award where you can be a judge. So there is little heart what you can press on the top of the painting, and you can select Viewer's Choice Award. So we're gonna announce those at the end of the May. So we're making May the month of Red Rock show. So please look at the exhibition, press as many hearts as you want, but you can have favorites too. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Richard. Thank you all for watching. We will try to bring it for recording to you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
I just want to thank you and your Pastel Society and all the Pastel Societies again for doing all of this hard work, elevating the medium that we all love. And to all of the pastelists out there and all of you artists and others, you know, stay safe during this time and be as creative and artistic as possible, and share with us all your voices. So until we can all meet again in person and enjoy these shows, be well.
Be well. Thank you, Richard. Thanks, everyone. See you hopefully soon. Thank you.